Hi everyone, Rick Bray with BT BOCES Instructional Support, and in this video, I'd like to share with you an online product called Polleverywhere. There are multiple different products that can do similar things, but for me, there is one thing that sets Polleverywhere apart, and that is its integration with Google Slides. More on that later. Just to clear the air, the creator of the poll, which is usually the teacher, needs an account with Polleverywhere, but the respondents, usually the students, do not need a Polleverywhere account. So once you created an account, you can create a poll by clicking on the reddish-orange Create a button in the upper left-hand corner. There are lots of different types of polls available, but a few I'd just like to draw your attention to are multiple choice, pretty self-explanatory, a word cloud where you can enter a prompt, and as the respondents' answers come in, it generates a word cloud. The more often a word is used, the larger that word appears. Question and answer is pretty interesting. You pose a question, and then the people responding have the ability to put up an answer, but they'll also see all of the answers on their screen and be able to upvote or downvote each choice, kind of as an audience participation idea. And then a survey allows you to have multiple types of questions in one single Polleverywhere. And like I said, if you click on more, you'll see there are lots of different types of questions. But once you decide on what you want, simply put in your question, maybe what is the moon made of? And your different choices. So I can put in text here. I can also put in an image. Right? I can put an image in for the question itself, but maybe I'll say moon, rock, and cheese. So once you have your question and possible responses in the bottom right-hand corner, click the blue button that says Create, and for the most part, you're all set. Before you actually make your poll live, you can set up some different options on the right-hand side, like how can people respond? One way is they can respond through the website, and they can respond by text messaging on their phone, whether it's a smartphone or not. But you can set that as one or the other or both. And under the response setting tab, you can limit how many times people can respond. And the final one here with schedule lock and unlock times, that basically you have to come in and activate your poll, or you can set it to automatically lock and unlock if you know the time frames you're working about. One thing that I do love about Polleverywhere is that once you activate your poll by clicking on this second icon, you'll notice when it's activated it says respond at this website or text this information. So that's what I love about it, is that you can respond from multiple different places. Again, if it's not activated, it'll say when poll is active. So that's a little, how do you know if your poll is working? But your audience can go and respond either from the website or text messaging. So let's take a look at what that looks like. If I open up a new window, and let's resize it a little bit there. If I go to the website that's listed right there, pollev.com/rickbray631, and that's a link that you could provide either through Twitter or a learning management system. What I'll see is this poll. It says introduce yourself. Okay, so I'll say my name is Rick. And here's my question. What's the moon made of? I can either say moon or cheese. You know what? I'm going to be that funny guy that says cheese. And when I look back at my graph, all of a sudden I have a response for cheese. Let's take a look at what it looks like if you're texting. To respond via text message, text to the number 22333 the message rickbray631, and it says that right at the bottom of your poll. Once you do that, you'll get a message back from them, and it says, you can see it says, you've joined Rick Bray's session. When you're done, reply, leave, and it's powered by that. So now, once you're there, you can text the answer A or B to this, in this case with this poll, and it should record our answer. And there you have it. So like the directions in the text message said, when you're all done with this poll as the user, you can text the word leave, and that will drop you out of this poll. So one thing to keep in mind is that if you're using the free version of Polleverywhere, you're limited to a grand total of 50 polls, whether they're active or inactive, and 25 total responses per poll. So these numbers are accurate as of the filming of this tutorial, which is December 13th, 2017. And hopefully that's enough for your classroom setting, but larger presentations could pose a problem, especially with 25 total responses. But let's talk about how Polleverywhere integrates with Google Slides. So if you go to the Chrome Web Store, you'll notice that there is an extension, and it is a free extension for Polleverywhere. I'm going to put the link to that down in the Sorry, I can't type and talk at the same time. I'm going to put a link to this extension in the descriptions of this video. But once you install this extension, it doesn't live in your extension bar of Chrome like normal. It lives within Google Slides, and you'll notice right here, Polleverywhere appears. That lets you either create a new poll or insert a poll that you already have, right? You'll have to sign into your Polleverywhere account, and then you draw it in just by clicking Insert. So all of the information, not only will the survey appear here for your students, right, when I go into presentation mode, but as they respond, all of their answers will appear here. So other than activating the poll, which you can actually do from here, if you just hover over, you get the controls just like we did in Polleverywhere. There's really no need to have both windows open simultaneously, which is awesome. Again, you just have to hover your mouse to get the control panel to come up. One more fun little tidbit. The link, right, this pollev.com/rickbray631, that will never change for your Polleverywhere surveys, which is why you can only have one active poll at a time. But the advantage there is once your audience is in this environment, right, they'll get a link on your slide to go out, or whether they bring up that website, you can switch polls either by inserting them into your Google slide deck or by going to the Polleverywhere website. And the correct poll is always going to appear for your audience automatically. It's just a really nice feature instead of having to deal with a unique link for every survey. So I hope Polleverywhere can help enhance your classroom experience. And if you have any questions about this or anything else EdTech related, please feel free to email me. And as always, thank you for watching.